and welcome back to Eislyn Bay. Today, another story, another build, and sadly, the last fairy tale. Fairy tale is the Indian Water Lilies. It's about in a forest, and in that forest lives a very ugly witch. But her voice is beautiful. She can sing so very beautiful, but she only comes out at night and she sings at night. When she sings in the moonlight, a moon fairy and the star children come down to dance and listen to her music. The witch is very jealous of the beautiful star children and the gorgeous moon fairy, and every time she sings she tries to keep them on earth. But when it's almost done, the moon fairy calls out for her star children to follow her back home. And they do. Until that one day, 7 of the star children didn't listen. They didn't follow the moon fairy back home. And they kept dancing and listening to the music made by the witch and the big frogs on their musical instruments. When the sun appeared in the sky, the witch changed them into water lilies. And only at night they were allowed to dance. And the story goes that if you go into the forest, you should still be able to find those beautiful water lilies. The story is written by Queen Fabiola. She was married to King Boudewijn of Belgium, and she wrote more children's stories, but this one was adapted to a beautiful show in the Efteling. I found this beautiful path and I thought it would be fun to do it this way. If you've seen my video of the Frog Prince, you saw that fairy tale I actually waterscaped and made little islands to put the frogs on. This time around I didn't want to do the same thing, so I used this beautiful path, of which the creator code is also of course in the description. Everything is basically in the description. Information about the Queen Fabiola, information about the story and the music that goes with this story. Of course, there are no moon children in Animal Crossing, and I didn't have too much room, so I decided to go with hula dolls and only 5. I know the story says 7, but on my island only 5 of the moon children didn't listen. Of course I can't have somebody stand there all the time being the witch, so while I decide on the music, which of course won't match the music in the Efteling, But there are also a few other things not in Animal Crossing, like huge frogs. You will see my view on that. I had to find something to use. Of course, nice beetles and dragonflies belong in an Indian forest and around water. In Efteling, the Indian Water Lilies are guarded by two big statues, and I thought the warriors, the fake warrior statues, looked most like what I needed. And to portray the witch, I used the dress. And yes, I used raccoon statues for frogs. It's the only animal-like statue with the correct size. And to make it look like it's a frog, I put Puddles on the ground. And like normal, I'm going from one way to the other when I'm decorating. I also want to tell you why this story is so important to me and why I kept it to be the last one, even though it was next to my own house. And the reason is because my mother liked it. She passed away almost 3 years ago, and during her funeral, the final piece of music we played, and it was also the music on which she was carried out of the chapel, was the music that is in the Indian Water Lilies. And in a way, in this version of my island, this build is the in memoriam for my mom. Of course, I need to decorate a little bit, don't want it to be too bare, and so because these are star children, I dropped some star fragments, and of course I buried some coconuts because I really do like how they turn out in the grass. And of course I still have some other little things I can place. All I have to do is to decide what to place where. For those of you who already seen some of my builds, you know that that's sometimes a little bit harder than you would think. Not because I have so many things, but well, also because I have a lot of things, but usually because I decide in my mind what I want to do, and I decide in my mind what I want it to look like, and then I just do it. I'm not, well, yeah, basically I'm just winging it. These are the final touches. A few more beetles, because this is a big forest in India, and I never been to India, but I assume in the big forest with a lot of water one would find a lot of bugs. Well, of course I need a little round to check if I'm happy with what I did. And I think I am. This is what the final thing looks like. Little moon children, aka hula dolls, are dancing. I guess I should dance with them. These hula dolls are given to me by some friends. 2 of them were given to me by Gulliver. No, Gulliver. If you help him long enough, he will start repeating gifts. 3 of the others my friends Nienke, Kat and Esther gave to me, and I'm very, very grateful for that. And I'm also very, very grateful that you are watching my videos. And also that's left to say is thank you and doei!